Visual timeline of ecological change in Kunama lands. We'll trace the arc of transformation from harmony to fragmentation, showing how wildlife and human communities evolved together and then began to fracture under external pressures. Tilde pre-1800 S. Ancestral harmony. Kunama lands stretch across river-fed savannas and forests. Gash, Setit, Tekes rivers flow through a vibrant ecosystem. Wildlife like elephants, lions, giraffes, hyenas, birds of prey, and antelope move freely. Kunama practice shifting agriculture, rain-fed farming, and spirit-guided land use. Sacred groves and ancestral shrines are protected. Nomadic groups pass seasonally, often with mutual agreements, without ecological stress. 1800s, 1930s, colonization begins. Italian colonial rule begins mapping and controlling Kunama lands. Introduction of roads, railways, and military posts fragments migration corridors. Hunting increases for sport and ivory trade. Elephants become targets of colonial expeditions. 1940s, 1960s, war and strain. Post-World War II instability and Haile Selassie's policies displace many communities. Forced sedentarization of nomads in other regions sends new waves of people west. Pressure on land increases overgrazing begins in fragile zones. Lions start to disappear from riverine and agricultural zones. 1970s, 1990s, conflict, collapse, and displacement. Eritrean War of Independence, militarization of western lowlands, wildlife is hunted for food, and elephant herds are wiped out or pushed south. Kunama people are displaced, some becoming refugees in Ethiopia or Sudan. Nomadic migration into cleared or abandoned Kunama areas surges. Sacred groves destroyed, and communal ecological knowledge is fragmented. 2000s present, forgotten richness. Kunama people return to find degraded land, dried rivers, and missing wildlife. Elephants and lions are locally extinct, and leopards are rare ghosts in hills. Droughts intensify. Nomadic groups remain due to ecological collapse elsewhere. The land still remembers ancient trees, dry riverbeds, and rock-art whisper of the past. 2. Rewilding vision for Kunama lands, rooted in indigenous wisdom. This isn't just about bringing back animals, it's about reviving the sacred ecology that once flourished, based on Kunama's spiritual and ecological knowledge. Sacred groves destroyed, and communal ecological knowledge is fragmented. 2000s, present, forgotten richness. Kunama people return to find degraded land, dried rivers, and missing wildlife. Elephants and lions are locally extinct, and leopards are rare ghosts in hills. Droughts intensify. Nomadic groups remain due to ecological collapse elsewhere. The land still remembers ancient trees, dry riverbeds, and rock-art whisper of the past. 2. Rewilding vision for Kunama lands, rooted in indigenous wisdom. This isn't just about bringing back animals, it's about reviving the sacred ecology that once flourished, based on Kunama spiritual and ecological knowledge. Step-by-step vision. A. Mapping the memory of the land. Conduct oral history interviews with Kunama elders to map former elephant corridors, sacred hills and river zones, ancient grazing rotation cycles. Use satellite and aerial imaging to overlay with current conditions. B. Restoring the sacred zones. Replant and protect ancestral groves. Re-establish riverbank tree cover to cool microclimates. Create peace spaces where humans and wildlife can coexist. Revive Kunama rituals tied to seasons, rain, and land blessings. C. Rewilding and species return. Start with herbivore reintroductions, dik-dik, bushbuck, guinea fowl, small antelope. Create community-managed reserves, Kunama conservation areas. Eventually reintroduce elephants and lions, connected by wildlife corridors that also carry spiritual meaning. D. Intercultural stewardship. Form councils of Kunama elders plus nomadic leaders to govern access to shared ecological zones. Use peace-based storytelling, songs, and seasonal ceremonies to rebuild memory and cooperation. Number 3. Kunama's stories, chants, and cosmology related to wildlife. Much of Kunama knowledge is oral, passed through chants, proverbs, and seasonal storytelling under moonlight. Some themes. Elephant as timekeeper. When the elephant walks, the earth listens. Elephants were said to carry the spirit of rain in their feet. Their appearance marked the turn of the agricultural cycle. Elders say elephants remember the stars and follow paths of the ancestors. Lion as guardian of the dead. The lion does not eat the bones of its kin. Lions were believed to guard the edges of the spiritual world. In some clans, a lion's roar near a village meant an ancestor was watching. Lion skins were used in initiation rites, but only taken after a ritual dream. Birds as spirit messengers. Kites and hawks were said to deliver messages from the sky world. If a bird circled a funeral or wedding, it was a blessing from the spirit realm. Trees and animal spirits. Certain trees, like sycamores or fig trees, were believed to house animal souls. A lion that died under a sacred tree would return as rain, they say. Final reflection. The loss of wildlife in Kunama lands is a physical and spiritual wound, but the memory lives on in songs, in hills, in the steps of those who still listen to the land. Rewilding is not just biological, it is a resurrection of ancestral relationship.
Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe for more videos like this.